Feel the pieces tonight. Tagfeld's story wraps you in calm and comfort. He beginnings, the tale of Daisy and Heather. This story is about a young woman named Daisy and a mermaid named Heather, whose friendship leads to new beginnings and the harmonizing of their two worlds. Once upon a time, in a quaint coastal village, lived a young woman named Daisy. Daisy had a heart as vast as the ocean and dreams that reached beyond the horizon. Every day she would walk along the beach, collecting seashells and imagining the stories they held. One day, while walking by the shore, a glimmer of turquoise caught her eye. As she approached, she discovered a beautiful mermaid named Heather, tangled in a net and unable to escape. Daisy's kind heart compelled her to help, and with gentle hands, she freed Heather. Grateful and relieved, Heather introduced herself. They quickly became friends, sharing stories of their worlds. Heather described the vibrant underwater kingdom and its many wonders. Mesmerized, Daisy longed to see it herself. They made a pact to visit each other's homes. With the magical power of the mermaid, Daisy transformed into a being of the sea, with scales shimmering like precious gems. Heather guided her through the azure waters, revealing coral gardens and schools of fish that danced like living rainbows. The underwater world more beautiful than Daisy had ever imagined. They visited Heather's home, a majestic palace made of seashells and pearls. These turned into weeks, and their friendship deepened. However, Daisy yearned for her village and the land she knew so well. Heather understood and promised to join her someday on land. Upon their return, Daisy found strength in herself she never knew existed. Together, they cleaned the beach, helping the villagers and spreading awareness about the oceans. Now back on land, Heather had legs to walk and soon fell in love with the human world. For their adventures, they grew and inspired those around them to cherish both land and sea. Their friendship, having overcome the boundaries between their worlds, became a symbol of new beginnings to everyone they met. Let us drift deeper with this next gentle tale. Lobelia and the kind-hearted nymph. This story is about a young woman named Lobelia and a nymph named Sapphira, whose bond grows stronger through forgiveness after misunderstanding. In a quaint village at the edge of a mystical forest, there lived a young woman named Lobelia, who was known for her gentle heart and unwavering kindness. Lobelia had a unique friendship with Sapphira, a kind-hearted nymph who dwelt within the ancient trees of the forest. The bond they shared was akin to that of sisters, though one was bound by the earth's roots and the other free to roam its surface. One summer evening, a misunderstanding caused a rift between Lobelia and Sapphira. Lobelia had accidentally disturbed a sacred glade, the piece of which Sapphira was tasked with protecting. Overwhelmed with sorrow, Sapphira isolated herself, leaving the forest barren of the joy she usually brought. Lobelia, realizing her mistake, yearned to make amends. She ventured deep into the forest, her heart guided by the memories of their shared laughter and dreams. As she approached the heart of the nymph's dwelling, she found Sapphira by a stream, her tears mingling with the crystal waters. Lobelia knelt beside Sapphira, and with a voice heavy with regret and love, apologized for her actions. She explained how the disturbance was unintentional, a mishap born from ignorance rather than malice. Sapphira listened, her heart softening with each word. She knew Lobelia's heart, and the purity within it. With a gentle smile, Sapphira reached out and took Lobelia's hand, whispering words of forgiveness that echoed through the trees. The bond between them was restored, and the forest flourished once more, bathed in the light of their rekindled friendship. As they sat by the stream, the moonlight casting silver shadows, they knew their connection was stronger than ever, forged anew through the power of forgiveness and understanding. They pledged to protect their sacred spaces together, ensuring their bond would never again be threatened by misunderstandings. And thus, in the heart of the mystical forest, under the canopy of ancient trees, a tale of forgiveness brought peace and joy to all who dwelled within, a testament to the enduring strength of true friendship. Now, let's continue with a peaceful story. Nymphea and Veronica, a lesson in fairness. This story is about Nymphea, a kind girl, and Veronica, a butterfly, who learn the importance of fairness in their friendship. In a serene valley surrounded by verdant hills, there lived a young girl named Nymphea. She was known for her kindness and her love for nature. One sunny afternoon, while wandering through a meadow, she came across a butterfly with shimmering wings. The butterfly introduced herself as Veronica. Nymphea and Veronica quickly became friends, spending their days exploring the natural wonders around them. However, one day, they encountered a problem that tested their friendship. Nymphea found a patch of rare, beautiful flowers that she wanted to pet. Veronica, who relied on flowers for nectar, asked Nymphea not to pick them all. Nymphea paused, conflicted by her desire to have the flowers and her wish to be fair to Veronica. She decided to sit under a tree and think. As she sat in the shade, a gentle breeze whispered to her the importance of fairness. Nymphea realized that true friendship meant considering each other's needs. She decided not to pick the flowers but instead enjoyed their beauty with Veronica. Their bond grew stronger, built on mutual respect and fairness. That night, as they gazed at the stars, they both knew they had learned an invaluable lesson. Each day after, they made sure to be fair in their interactions, making their days together even more joyful. Here's another story to warm your heart. Radiance, Enigma. This story is about Susan and her magical encounter with the mermaid orchid, which teaches her the importance of inner radiance and brings eternal hope. On a serene island bathed in the glow of twilight, there lived a young woman named Susan. She had dark, flowing hair and eyes like the deep ocean, eyes which held dreams of adventure beyond the horizon. Her small cottage was nestled near a cove where the waves whispered secrets only the bravest could hear. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped low, casting golden hues across the sky, Susan wandered to the water's edge. The sea sparkled with an inviting warmth. She noticed a curious, ethereal light emanating from beneath the waves. Intrigued, she waded deeper until the water was at her waist. There, amidst the glimmer, appeared a mermaid. Azure scales shimmered like a cascade of stars, and her eyes, like luminous pearls, met Susan's thoughts with a blend of curiosity and kindness. "I am Orchid," the mermaid spoke, her voice as melodious as the crescendo of waves. "And you are, Susan," she replied, her voice barely a whisper. "Why have you come?" Orchid smiled, a radiant expression that lit up the fading day. "I have seen your sadness and your longing for something more," she said. "I am here to guide you to a world of light and wonder." Susan felt an inexplicable trust towards Orchid and accepted her outstretched hand. As soon as she touched Orchid's hand, a warm, radiant energy enveloped her. They delved beneath the surface, and the world above dissolved into a kaleidoscope of colors. They swam through coral gardens and schools of vibrant fish that danced like rainbows in a liquid sky. Deeper they went, to a place where the sea glowed from within. In a cavern adorned with glistening crystals, Orchid showed Susan a hidden world of beauty and magic. "This is where I live," Orchid said, her voice echoing softly. "Here, the light within our hearts guides us." Susan felt her heart swell with a profound sense of peace and belonging. As days turned into weeks, she learned the ways of the underwater world. She and Orchid became inseparable, exploring sunken ships, discovering ancient treasures, and befriending sea creatures. One day, Ehi took Susan to the heart of the ocean, where a grand, glowing pearl lay in a bed of kelp. This pearl holds the radiance of our world, Orchid explained. It can heal and bring hope. Susan gazed at the pearl, feeling its light touch her soul. With such beauty, our worlds are entire and connected, she said. They returned to the surface, where Susan knew it was time to go back to her regular life. But she was no longer the same. She carried the ocean's radiance within her. Orchid embraced her before they parted. Never forget, the light within you can brighten the darkest of times, the mermaid whispered. With tearful eyes, Susan promised to remember. As she walked back to her cottage that night, the stars shone down like a million diamonds, and she knew she would never again feel alone. The radiance of her journey under the sea stayed with her, a beacon of hope and wonder. Thank you for joining. May you sleep peacefully, Aokori.